Okay, here we are back in Magic. Once again we are in Pioneer for Boros Knights. Now, an aggro deck, not a deck I would normally play, but we're going to give it a chance and see how it does. So, lands, we've got 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Clifftop Retreat, 4 Sacred Foundry and 3 Tournament Grounds. Tournament Grounds is mainly there for the Knights and equipment. That will give us a cover mana for those. Seeing as how we don't have many spells outside those, it will pretty much count for everything. Next we've got 2 Castle Embereth, 2 Mountains and 3 Plains. We are playing more white, so therefore we're playing more Plains. Castle Embereth will give us a pump to the team should we need it as well. Next, we've got 3 Boros Charm. Now, it's there, it can easily deal the last 4 damage if we need that way. If we're doing a large attack, we can get a creature with double strike, or if we're doing a large attack and we want to get rid of a lot of their blockers, we can get all creatures with indestructible. So, every mode on the card is beneficial. Next we've got 3 History of Benalia. Now, you can't really play a Knight deck in white without playing the History. It just gives us 2/2 Knights and a big pump at the end. Next we've got 2 Embercleave. Generally we have a lot of creatures, small creatures yes, on the board. This will give one of them a little pump to attacking, and hopefully we can use it to finish the game as well. Now on to our creatures. So we've got 3 Dauntless Bodyguard, 3 Fervent Champion, 3 Venerable Knights, and 3 Daring Skyjack. Dauntless Bodyguard can come in and protect one of our other creatures, the more important ones. Venerable Knights, when dies, gives a +1/+1 counter to one of our other creatures. And the Fervent Champion has haste, so it can attack the turn it comes down, but it will also give another knight +1/+0. Also, any equipment that targets that costs 3 less to activate as well. Then we've got the Daring Skyjack, which will gain flying should we be attacking with 3 or more creatures. Then we've got 4 Thalia's Lieutenant, which is a kind of pseudo pump spell. All our knights are humans, so it will affect everything, and the Thalia's Lieutenant can be pumped up with all the other knights coming in as well. Then we've got a Worthy Knight, 4 of. They create, whenever we cast a knight spell, they'll create a 1/1 human, which can be pumped up by Thalia's Lieutenant as well. 4 Inspiring Veteran, which gives all our knights +1/+1. 3 Sky Knight Vanguard, when we attack, we create it's just a white soldier, so unfortunately it's not going to be affected by the Thalia's Lieutenant or an Inspiring Veteran, but an extra body for an attack is always good. Plus the Sky Knight has flying as well, so it has evasion. Then we've got 2 Banalish Knight. Oh, it should be 3 Banalish Knight. So we have 3 Banalish Knight, that gives all our creatures +1/+1, including the creatures that are made from the Skyjack as well. Now on to our sideboard. So we've got 4 Deafening Silence against any kind of large spell-based decks. Seeing as how our entire deck is pretty much creatures, it won't really affect us at all. 3 Rest in Peace against any graveyard decks. 3 Fry against any problematic planeswalkers, especially in white or blue. So really if we're coming up against any kind of control, usually, or problematic white-blue creatures. 3 Fiend Slayer Paladins, 1st Strike Lifelink, and they can't be targeted by red or black spells. Would be better to have something that had hexproof, but that's, I would think, is the next best thing. Then we've got 2 Nahiri, so we can bring these in against anything with indestructible creatures. It can also look for us, allowing us to get rid of lands we don't need and possibly get into more action. Even if we get up to +8, we can always get something like a Banalish Marshal to pump the team, I suppose. But that's it, so let's get into it and see how things go. Well, here we are, we're up against Dr. Nilly. And we are on the play. I think that's going to be our mulligan. I will keep that. And we'll put back a plains. Oh, sorry, a mountain. We need the plains more for the Banalish Marshal. So play the Sacred Foundry untapped and then play a Venerable Knight. I am London a Springleaf Drum we're up against, Ornithopter. So is it some kind of affinity type deck? Another Springleaf Drum? Or is it like an Insult Artifact? Another Inspiring Veteran, so we'll play the one Inspiring Veteran we have and get in for an attack for 3. They play an Ipnu Rivulet. So we've got another Plains. So we'll play the next Inspiring Veteran. Get in for 7. Are they going to block? No blocks, okay. Lava Glide, and we've got a Steel Overseer. And a Hangerback Walker. Okay. There's a History of Benalia. So we'll get the Benalish Marshal down. Attack with everything. Before they can make the Hangerback Walker any bigger. And we get the GGs. Okay, so I'm not going to make any changes to the deck at the moment. Everything seems to be going just fine. We'll be keeping this. Two first turn plays. I'll get the Dauntless Bodyguard out first. Well, it does make sense to bring that out second because it can protect another creature. But I'm looking to get more damage in. So, play the Clifftop Retreat. Damn. Get in for 2. Okay, we'll play the Sky Knight Vanguard. Next turn we can get, there's an Aether Gust, we'll put that on the top. Next turn we can still get the Vanguard and the Fervent Champion out at the same time. Play the other Clifftop Retreat, get the Vanguard out, and the Fervent Champion. And get in for an attack for 4. Warping Whale. That's what they create a creature. I thought they could have just killed off the Fervent Champion there. Or even the Vanguard. Traxos. So they needed the creature to make a 1/1 Stone Coil. So they could untap the Traxos. So there's another Sky Knight. And a Daring Skyjack. So we can attack with, that's got reach, but it's only a 1/1. Misclick there. Next turn we can get in with the 2 Sky Knights and the Daring Skyjack. Could actually attack with everything, to be honest. get in with the three of them. Create a couple of 1/1 creatures. So they exile the Skyjack and block one of the Sky Knights. There's a Banalish Marshal. So those soldier tokens are now going to be 2/2s from the Sky Knights. We'll just attack with everything. This should be it. Two, four, six, eight. And we get the GGs. Here we are up against Protein Hulk. We're on the draw, and that's going to be a mulligan. That'll be a keep. And we'll put back the Boros Charm. There's a Watery Grave tapped. We'll play the Sacred Foundry. We'll play it untapped and get the Dauntless Bodyguard out. Forest and an Elvish Visionary. There's an Ember Cleave. We'll play the Inspiring Veteran. And get in for an attack for 3. Gilded Goose. Some Sultai. Is it a Sultai Control or Sultai Ramp? Battlefield Forge. We'll get the Sky Knight out. Hopefully we can get another land. Then we can get the Skyjack and the Thalia's Lieutenant out as well. A Ravenous Chupacabra. So we're going to take out the Sky Knight. What's this? A Neo form? And I'm going to copy the Ravenous Chupacabra and get the Inspiring Veteran. Things are not looking good. There's a History of Benalia. What are we getting here? Tatiova. So it's a card draw. The Clifftop Retreat and get the Sky Jack out and the Thalia's Lieutenant. Next turn we should be able to attack with everything. We can equip the Ember Cleave onto something. Llanowar Visionary. Atris. Gilded Goose now. I'm going to take the 2 cards. There's a Boros Charm. We attack with everything. We've got no flyers. So we can put the Ember Cleave on the Skyjack. That will deal 12 damage. See what else they block. No, of course, that won't kill him. Ah, what a punt. I should have just give them all indestructible. Forgot that, obviously, even though it has double strike, if it's blocked, it's not going to do the damage from the second part of it. There's a second Chupacabra. Not going to have much chance there, so we're going to ring in the 3 Fiendslayer Paladins. They've got protection from black and red spells. We'll take out a Skydrake, a Boros Charm, and one of the Ember Cleaves. Okay, we'll keep that. Play the Fervent Champion and get an attack for 1. Hinterland Harbour. There's Banalish Marshal. We'll get the Worthy Knight out. Attack for 1 again. This way we can create more humans with the Inspiring Veteran when that comes down. And there's a Thalia's Lieutenant, so that's quite good. So play the Inspiring Veteran. Create another 1-1. And get in for 5-6. Fatal push on the Worthy Knight. No attacks, okay. There's another Worthy Knight. Attack with everything, so we've got the Boros Charm back up there. Doesn't matter if we give them indestructible or there's a failed push. So even if we had given them indestructible, they could have countered with that anyway. Hostage Taker. So there goes the Inspiring Veteran. Things are not going well at all. Worthy Knight and Athalia's Lieutenant. Prime Speaker Vanavar. There's a Battlefield Forge. Play the Banalish Knight. Banalish Marshal, I should say. Get in for an attack with 2/4/4s. Get the Inspiring Veteran back. Champion of Wits. Going to sacrifice Champion of Wits and get a Ravenous Chupacabra. There goes the Banalish Marshal. Classpool Mimic's going to copy the Chupacabra more than likely. And there goes the Thalia's Lieutenant. Still got a chance, we've got the Sky Knight Vanguard. So we can pick away at them with that. Hopefully. Scarab God. And we're going to bring back the Glasspool Mimic, copy the Chupacabra, that's us, nope. Okay, here we are up against GBOCZ. That's going to be a mulligan. We'll keep that. We'll put back a mountain. Play the forest. Land where else. So is it an elf deck or a stompy deck we're up against? Either way could be problematic. Play the plains and Dauntless Bodyguard. Another forest. And a Steel Leaf Champion. Still could be either. But I'm not really seeing any. I'm probably going to lean towards a Stompy deck though. That's a mountain. Get the Sky Knight Vanguard out. Not much we can do about blocking at the moment, the Steel Leaf. Need more land. There's a Primal Might. Another Llanowar. I'm going to get in for 5. Another Thalia's Lieutenant, so we'll play that. Pump up the Sky Knight. You might as well attack with the Vanguard. Another forest. Yorvo. Yep, so it's definitely a Galter. Definitely a green Stompy. Get in with the Steel Leaf. I think that's us. So I can't think of any changes to make in the deck. I don't think we've got anything that will work really against the big green. Maybe Nahiri, but I think obviously they would kill her before I'm able to use her. Battlefield Forge and a Venerable Knight. There's a Forest and an Elvish Mystic. I've got another Venerable Knight there at least. Fortunately, Embereth comes into play tapped. And we're taking damage from the Battlefield Forge, which isn't great. Getting for 2. They take it. I didn't think they would block with the Mystic. And there's an Llanowar Elves. Nothing else. There's a Fervent Champion. Attack with both. There's a Blossoming Defence. They're going to take one of them out. And play the Worthy Knight. Hopefully we can draw land, and we can get a Thalia's Lieutenant and a Fervent Champion out. There's a Lovestruck Beast, which isn't good. Or even if it's another white mana, we can get the History out. And there's another Primal Might, taking out the Worthy Knight. So things are not looking good for us at all. No land, but we can get a Dauntless Bodyguard and a Fervent Champion out though. Name the Venerable Knight. Won't be able to get in for any attacks at the moment. Could really do with another land. Luckily enough, they've only got one card and they don't really have much to play. There's a Boros Charm. Play the Thalier's Lieutenant. Pump up the team. Not that we're going to be attacking at the moment anyway. There's a Battlefield Forge, now we can get the history out. We're really taking a lot of pain from those Battlefield Forges. Should be able to go in for a big attack very soon. There's a Surak. Any attacks? Nope. There's another Boros Charm. Get Athalier's Lieutenant out. So next time we've got the pump from the history. Should be able to get into for a massive attack then and use a Boros Charm, more than likely, hopefully, to kill them off. There's a Garrick. You've got to give the Lovestruck Beast a +3/+3. And the Surak gains haste. So he's getting him with the 8/8. Take that and go down to 4. Luckily enough they don't have any else to pump the creature with. So we will attack with everything. Give one of the tokens the +1. Again, we'll make no changes. That one went okay for us. I think we got a bit lucky though as well, so let's hope that luck will stick. We'll keep that. Llanowar Elf. We've got an Embercleave there, so that'll be quite good if we can get the creatures out for it. Inspiring Veteran there, so we get Venerable Knight out. Fortunately, we don't have anything we're going to be able to play next turn unless we draw a land, because both these come to play tapped. Elvish Mystic and a Llanowar Elves. So they've got all the dorks. There's another Embercleave. We'll get the Clifftop Retreat out. As I said, there's not much we can do though. Let's see what they're going to play. A Steel Leaf Champion. So that's not good. Play the Castle Embreth. Play the Worthy Knight. Get the Inspiring Veteran and Fervent Champion down next turn, which means we will be able to block the Steel Leaf. Unfortunately, we're going to take 5 from it at the moment. Make that 11. Make that 14. We'll take it. We're down to 2 cards. I think that hopefully this is just going to be a big all-out attack to see if they can get rid of us. Right, so let's see. So play the Fervent Champion. Fortunately, we're still going to be taking damage from the Battlefield Forge. Because we're going to have to use the Inspiring Veteran to pump the team so we can block the Steel Leaf. Hope they don't have a removal spell for it. Let's get in on Garrick and kill him though. Because he can give the Steel Leaf trample. So if they kill them up, so Steel Leaf's coming in, so we can block with the Venerable Knight. We'll put the counter on the Inspiring Veteran. And what do we draw? Another Thalier's Lieutenant. So we'll get the Thalier's Lieutenant out. Pump up the team a bit more. Get in with the Fervent Champion. Hopefully with those things we've stabilised against them. Not coming in with the Steel Leaf again, so there's a Plains. So we'll get the Sky Knight Vanguard out, create another token. And get the Thalier's Lieutenant out. Go down to 3. I didn't actually need to do that because you could have used it for colourless. So with a big attack we should have enough next turn, either with the Castle Embereth or the Embercleave. There's a Yorvo. Is that going to make any difference? So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they block the biggest ones, there's a tournament grounds. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. I will attack with them all so we will be able to kill them either way. Give one of the Sky Knight Vanguards the +1. Oh, and we're getting a +1 total. We're getting a token as well. Yeah, this should be it. There's a Blossoming Defense on the Steel Leaf. He's going to block the Inspiring Veteran, Yorvo, Fervent Champion, and Worthy Knight. So it's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that's with Castle Embereth. And we get the GGs. So here we are up against Rutassel. We are on the play. And we'll keep that. Play the Sacred Foundry tapped. We don't have any plays at the moment. So they play Swamp and Stitcher Supplier. So we're looking at some kind of graveyard deck. Play the Clifftop Retreat and get the Skyjack out. Village Rites. There's a Croxa. Went into the graveyard. We don't have the mana for it though. There's Bloodchief Thirst. So we'll get the history out next. So we can play the Vanguard next turn and hold up Boros Charm as well. Another Stitcher Supplier. Plains. Play the Mountain and get the Vanguard out. That allows us to leave up Boros Charm, attack for 2. They block. Kind of expected though. I only got black mana, which is good. They do appear to be playing a Rakdos deck. Obviously because of Croxa. So they are definitely a bit mana skewed, so we're going to get in for a big attack here. There's a fair push on the Sky Knight. We can give them all indestructible. So we'll get in for 12. See what our opponent does. Oh, we get the GGs. So we're going to bring in the 3 Rest in Peace and the 3 Fiendslayer Paladins. We'll take out the 3 Skidding Skyjack, Daring Skyjack, a Thallia's Lieutenant, Worthy Knight, and a History. Although taking out maybe the Ember Cleaves might have been an idea as well. We'll keep that. There's a Blood Crypt, so they've got red mana this turn, and a Thoughtseize. Take the Fiendslayer. So we're definitely a bit light with creatures. There's a Fiendslayer there. We'll play the Sacred Foundry tapped. There's the Thoughtseize Model Bug. Or the Thoughtseize Bug, just really. So we'll play the Battlefield Forge and we'll get the Worthy Knight out. Fiendslayer can come down next turn, creating another creature. Nope. There's a fail push for that. So no more land yet for them. So they side with a 1-lander. There's a Banalish Marshal, which is good. So we'll get the Fiendslayer down. As a history, play the history first. And get in for an attack for 2. Maybe we should have played the Banalish first, because we did actually probably would have done more damage that way. I think we would have actually. There's a Dragon Skull Summit and a Dread Horde Arcanist. What do we draw here? Fervent Champion. Another 2-2. Play the Fervent Champion. Mountain, and we'll get the Battlefield, the Banalish Marshal down. In for an attack with everything. Give the Fiendslayer, because it's got lifelink. And a +1. He can block it if he wants, but it looks like he's going to block the Fervent Champion and keep the creature. Goes down to 7. There's a Blood Crypt. Tapped. He's getting in for 1 with the Dread Horde. Doesn't really make much sense, but there's a fail push. Can't target the Marshal or the Fiendslayer, so it's only the Fervent. There's a Village Rites. And a fail push on the Banalish. And we get the GG's. Okay, here we are up against Mr. Beardsley. M. Beardsley, I should say. That was going to be a mulligan, and we'll keep that. Put back the mountain. The plains and Dauntless Bodyguard. Forest and Deathrite Shaman. Okay, so is this some sort of Golgari deck? Guess we'll find out. Clifftop Retreat and play the Thalia's Lieutenant. Get in for an attack for 3. Woodland Cemetery. Okay, so there's a Boros Charm. Actually, we'll just hold. We'll play the history. Got to learn to watch what I'm doing with that Battlefield Forge. Could have tapped out for the colourless. Get in for an attack for 3. There's an Assassin's Trophy. Would you have had better? Might have been better. Maybe a target in the history of Benalia, maybe? Darkboard Pathway. Right, so what did we get? We get a Skyjack. We'll play the Skyjack, pump up the Thalia's Lieutenant. We can get in for 4. There's another Assassin's Trophy. So we'll give all our creatures indestructible. And we'll gain another land. They're going to block with the Death Right? No, so they take 4. They're going to eat the Dauntless Bodyguard. No attacks, obviously. There's an Abrupt Decay. I still think the history might have been a better target for that though, because it's going to pump up the team quite a bit. Okay, it's a one-off, but attack with everything. And he's going to eat the Skyjack. We'll play the Venerable Knight. Fabled Passage. And Varaska Golgari Queen. So he's going to kill the Thalia's Lieutenant. There's a Benalish Marshal. Get in from 9. We can actually ignore Varaska, I think. Yep. Because it doesn't have the power to destroy anything else at the moment. Hissing Quagmire. Cracks the Fabled Passage. Gets a forest. Sacrifices a Hissing Quagmire. And we get the GG's. Okay, so we're going to bring in the 3 Fiendslayer Paladin. And we'll take out a Thalia's Lieutenant, a Worthy Knight, and a History of Benalia. We'll keep that. Sacred Foundry untapped, and we'll play the Venerable Knight. Woodland Cemetery. Play the Skyjack. There's a Fiend Slayer as well. So get in for an attack for 2. Forest. And Garrick's Harbinger. There's another Inspiring Veteran. Play the Inspiring Veteran. Attack with everything. See if they block. And they do, they block the Skyjack. Take 3. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. There's an Assassin's Trophy. So we'll get some land, yep. Get Plains. A Rakshasa Death Dealer. There's a mountain. Okay, so get down the Sky Knight. And Inspiring Veteran. Get in for an attack with the Venerable Knight. They're going to block. So we can put the counter on the Inspiring Veteran. We have here a Scarab God. So I'll play the Fiend Slayer. Actually, I should have played the Worthy Knight first. And the Thalia's Lieutenant. I'll attack with the Sky Knight. For 3. They're going to block the 1-1. No attacks. There's another Sky Knight. And a Worthy Knight. So if we attack with everything, oh, I forgot they can bring back a creature with the Scarab God. And they've got Hissing Quagmire. So 7, 8, I'm going to deal. And there's an Abrupt Decay, so we're only going to deal 4. That wasn't very good. So he's going to bring back what? The Fiend Slayer. Not great, because it's first strike and lifelink. I don't think we're going to be able to do much against it. There's a Fervent Champion. Still got the 2 Sky Knights, but we can't attack with them because we won't be dealing enough damage. We'll all be dealing the 4, 3, but then he'll be gaining 4 back. And he's just going to eat away our life total. And just create a creature each turn as a Yaheni. No, that's us. So we're going to bring in the 3 Rest in Peace, and we'll bring back Athalia's Lieutenant and the History of Benalia. We'll take out the 3 Fiend Slayers. They don't really seem to do much during that last game. Dauntless Bodyguard and the Skyjack. Play the Plains and Dauntless Bodyguard. There's a Hissing Quagmire. Play the Clifftop Retreat. And we'll get the Fervent Champion out. And attack for 4. Another Hissing Quagmire. Play the Sitting Clifftop Retreat and get in for another 4. Holding up the Boros Charm. And get Sky down next turn. Clearwater Pathway. And Drowning Sorrow. I can't rescue them with the Boros Charm. So there's a Worthy Knights. We'll get that out. Opponent has Bark Channel and Vraska. Guess we're going to lose the Worthy Knight. But we can save it with the Boros Charm. There's a Venerable Knight. And we'll get the Sky Knight Vanguard. Get rid of Vraska first. There's an ooze. So we'll get the Sky Knight Vanguard down. Attack with everything. So he's going to eat 2 creatures. Block the Worthy Knight. We'll give the Worthy Knight double strike. To get rid of it. Tireless Tracker. Sacred Foundry, which is no use, really. Get the Rest in Peace down. Abrupt Decay on the Sky Knight, which isn't good. Attack with Venerable Knight. Going to block the tracker. Don't get the token because of the Rest in Peace. The Scarab I got. Well, at least he's going to be bringing anything back, but we don't have anything to attack through it with. There's an Inspiring Veteran. Another Tireless Tracker. Fabled Passage. Guess he's going to crack Fabled Passage as well. Get some Forest. And another token. I'm going to attack for 5. We'll take it. Another Sacred Foundry. And I play tapped. Not as much we're going to be able to do at all. Can't attack through the Tireless Tracker, he'll just pump it up. I think this one might have just got away from us. Another Tireless Tracker. Yep. So it's getting him from 9. We're soon going to have to start chump blocking. There's an all-inspiring veteran. Don't really think it's going to make much difference. Still can't attack. They're going to draw another 2 cards. Yeah, there's just not much we're going to be able to do here at all. They're going to attack for what? Even if we chump block the Tireless Tracker, they're going to get him for the 3 of them next turn. Unless we draw something great. There's a Shadow Spear. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be it, because it's going to give Trample and Lifelink. So that's us. Okay, so how did we do it in the end? Well, we went 3 and 2 overall. The 2 decks we lost to were heavy in removal. Even though it's not the type of deck I would normally play, I did enjoy playing a different type of archetype from what I normally play. As for any changes, I can't really think of any changes for the actual deck that could be made. However, the sideboard, as always, can be changed to whatever metagame you're playing it in at the time. Maybe including an extra Boros charm for the main deck could be a good idea, because it is the only card we have there that protects our creatures from any kind of removal. Plus it does so much more in the deck as well, giving our creatures indestructible and even double strike. As for what you would take out if you put another one in, I'm not entirely sure. Overall though, I did enjoy playing the deck, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. YouTube is showing you a couple of videos you might like. Comment down below. Remember to give a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!